You're sounding more bassier than I am.
Well, maybe I am more based than you are, darling. But anyway, that's not the point here. The thing is that I think that when I first became a director with a film called Pop, my father, I remember, wrote me a letter on the day of the release, and he said to me, he said, "Well, Pooja, while you know this day for you might be the most monumental day, you're releasing a film as a director, and for me as a father, I kind of oscillate between the dread of you failing and the hope of you succeeding. For the world, this is just another day. And there are more people out there in Bollywood who would want to see you fail than want to see you succeed. And if you're surprised by that, then which world have you been living in? This is Planet Bollywood, darling. And there is no gratitude in this business. So there's an illusion in people's heads out there that filmmaking, acting, the arts is a place which is kind of full of highs and events like this where we sit in air-conditioned rooms and we're kind of looking pretty. It's a journey that is just laced with humiliation, frustration, self-doubt. You have to constantly tell yourself that you're worthy because everybody around you is making you feel unworthy. I mean, when we were acting back in the day, when we were modeling, Suchi, me and Suchi go back a really long way, we didn't have the pressure of social media. But we still felt so pressurized by society to be the women that we were. And we were born to mothers and fathers who allowed us to be us. But not everyone has that privilege. And I'm just so glad to be here on this day, sitting with these women to kind of make a film that deals with depression, that deals with things that people don't want to talk about, is such a brave act. And I applaud you for that. Because, I mean, it takes a lot to put your money where your mouth is and your belief. And, people say, but you guys don't make relevant films. I'm like, you don't want to go and do you really want to watch our relevant films? And somehow it's left to us filmmakers and to us artists to maybe really steer the world towards, like what you said earlier, we've lost our moral compass. We don't share enough anymore. We might be having dinner in the same house on the same table, but we don't know what's passing through the other person's head. So pressure is there. Pressure is there on you from the time you're born into the world. That's if you make it into the world as a woman, either your life is just annihilated before you kind of even make it out, because I mean they prefer a male heir, and then society is trying to kill your spirit. And then you enter a business where you're dissected constantly for how you sound, how you don't sound, the standards of the world, and we buy into it and we fall for it. And this obsession with showing this together face, this happy face, I'm okay. I'm not okay. It's such a relief to hear people say that, I'm not okay. We don't ask for help and we don't hear each other's silences enough, which is why they say to know each other intimately is to know each other's tragedy. If I don't know your tragedy, I don't know you. That when I share with you what your fears are, is when I know you, and we live in a world where we're comfortable sharing bodies, we're comfortable sharing drugs, but we don't share each other's fears with each other. We don't share vulnerabilities. And for us in the artistic world, it's a dichotomy, because if we lose our vulnerability and if we lose the accessibility we have to our emotions, then we stop being artists of the kind the world wants to applaud. But at the same time, you've got to go out into the world and be in control and show your together face and not be sensitive and not feel anything. So we're constantly being forced to lead this kind of schizophrenic existence. To find that balance, I think, is tough. But I think the fact that we're here and we're talking about this is the greatest kind of step forward, because you can only confront something when you can acknowledge it. I confronted that I had an alcohol problem by acknowledging I had an alcohol problem. I was deeply depressed, and I thought that the balm that I was using, that was alcohol, was actually kind of going to take that kind of pain away. It made it worse. And until that time I could actually recognize that about me, I couldn't step away from that. So we all have our ways. Some people deal with depression with workaholic, with work. And as long as you're a workaholic and you're making money for somebody, they don't care about you. But we're all addicts in a way. For some people it's work, for some people it's sex, for some people it's drugs, for some people it's money, for some people it's power, for some people it's fame.